Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for the weekend, February 11th and 12th, 2017. For your Saturday, you're going to have a warm front off to our north today. That moved through overnight, and on the warm side of this now, we're going to be getting temperatures up here a lot warmer than they were yesterday for sure, but temperatures will be up in the mid to upper 40s across the coverage area today. And we also will keep mostly cloudy skies in place. I think we see more clouds than sun. Can't rule out an isolated shower, but I really think most areas will stay dry. Just mostly cloudy today, it looks like. And then we get into the overnight period here. Coming in late at night will be the opportunity, probably well after midnight, for a shower, rain shower, of course. This is not looking like any bit of any frozen precipitation, even across the far north. I think this is all going to be too warm for any frozen precipitation, and we'll just end up with rain. And that'll come in here on Sunday morning. And most of this falls in the morning, and we might start getting a little bit of a break in the afternoon. It starts to taper off a little bit. But I do think that we will have the opportunity for around a half inch or so, maybe a little bit higher for the far northern areas. They get the heaviest rain. You can see this generally central and northern areas are getting the brunt of this, if you will. This is a very interesting system, though. It's not very strong. Only 1,006 millibars, sitting right over top, and it's going to go right over top of the coverage area. 1,006 millibars, but once it gets out here, it's really going to take off, and then it's going to be captured and stalled just about here once it gets up here in the Gulf of Maine. That's going to lead to a big time blizzard up in these areas right here. We are going to miss out on that entirely. We will have maybe some wraparound flurries or snow showers across the far northern tier, but nothing of consequence. The biggest deal, though, is going to be the winds. And you can see here that it takes off just south of Long Island here, 1,001 millibars. Look what it does when it gets up into the Gulf of Maine. It's 992 there, but then it gets captured and does like one of those little stall techniques, and where it stalls and almost loops and really blows up here. It gives them a heck of a blizzard up here in New England. So I do think we're going to have a good blizzard up there. The same system is going to affect us Sunday with rain. But look at these isobars. Look how tight they are. This is on Monday morning. I expect winds here with this kind of pressure gradient created by high pressure out here and difference in pressure of this low pressure out here that's creating this gradient between the two. And that tight gradient is going to lead some pretty strong northwesterly winds here on Monday. I think you're going to have wind gusts easily over 40 miles per hour. Probably going conservative right now with the estimation of 15 to 25 sustained. It might actually be higher than that, especially early on here on Monday. But then I think you can see some wind gusts easily over 40, maybe over 50. Might require some wind advisories here as we get a little bit closer from the National Weather Service. Remaining windy most of the morning, but then I think in the afternoon it starts to level off a little bit. By the time we get to the evening and overnight, it's actually going to be quite tranquil. It's going to drop off pretty quickly. So it's just mostly earlier on we're having that squeeze play. Here's a high pressure that's going to try to move in here for Tuesday. It's going to be well off to our south, though, so I'm going to call this partly cloudy here on Tuesday. Not full sun, but we still have more sun than clouds, I think, here on Tuesday. And a much, a little bit milder, too. Temperatures are going to go back up. We're going to be a little colder on Monday behind our Sunday system, but then we go back to slightly above normal, near to slightly above normal here for Tuesday. Now, this is where it gets kind of interesting, and right now, I'm showing you the GFS here because I can't show you the European model in the video, but we are going to show what the GFS shows. There's two trains of thoughts here. One is that a system off to our north will come in here Tuesday night and Wednesday, maybe a few snow showers with it, heads aimlessly out to sea, and another system off to our south, and you can't even see it, will head aimlessly out to sea and not affect the area. So here's what we're looking at the national view. I just want to show you what we're looking at. Here is the system, and this is looking at Tuesday night about midnight. Another vortex is sitting down here on the southern jet. You have a southern jet stream sitting here like this, going like that at this point, and the northern jet is kind of up here like here. So you have the two not coming together. You have them completely separate. So you have a northern stream system, southern stream system staying completely separate and not interacting whatsoever. That's the GFS. Now, I can't show you the images for the Euro, but I will tell you, because of the blocking that the European model is expecting, Greenland block, this system, what the Greenland block does is actually slows down the pattern. In order for this to turn into a big storm, you need the pattern to slow down a little bit. Okay, so this can't be this fast. This needs to be, and on the European model, is back here. Okay, and at the same time, this southern vort is down here, kind of the same area, but they're about 12 hours apart right now. The European model starts to come out here like this, but as the energy from this one dives down to the south, it catches up to it, it interacts. The one interacts with the other and kind of lassos the storm from keeping going out to sea and kind of pulls it back toward the coast like this. And this is this allows it to rapidly deepen or really intensify off the coast. And it's still, the European model, still the latest run anyway that we saw, was still about 4 to 6 hours too late from turning into something ridiculously major for our area. It does capture the northern areas. It's close enough for there, but it really obliterates New England. So here is what we're looking at right now. Two different scenarios. This one here where they stay completely separate. Can't talk today. And the other one where this is a little bit slower because of that block, and they're allowed to interact and come up the coast and kind of meet somewhere along. If it's along the mid-Atlantic, we're going to get crushed, and that would be a big snowstorm. If not, it does a little bit later. It interacts more further up north, up here like this. It's more of a New England snowstorm. If they stay completely separate, of course, we just get a few snow showers here, maybe on Wednesday. And this vort instead stays out in this direction like this and does not come up the coast. So we move this lower forward just to show you what it looks like here. Here's this one system we're jumping way out ahead of it because, again, doesn't like the block here. Here's the southern stream system. And look what it does. Just whoop, right out to sea. Okay, so they're both viable options. We're not going to latch on either one yet. Just going to mention in the local forecast that there's a possibility for some coastal influence that would be around. If the European's right, it's a little bit slower. So this would be Wednesday night and a Thursday, it looks like, if it were to hit. If it's not going to hit, you just get some snow showers here on Wednesday from that little northern stream system. And that's it, and not a big deal. So we'll narrow this down over the weekend, fine-tune it, look at the model guidance, and come up with an analysis. And we'll, of course, cover this in the forum if there's anything viable showing. And anything that if there is, something we have to do maps for, that, of course, will be next week anyway. So just take the weekend off. We'll follow it. We'll track it. And we'll let you know. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for February 11th and 12th, 2017. Your weekend outlook. Have a great weekend.